is their God. So we will automatically think because we haven't made a graven image that we do not wrestle or we don't struggle with idolatry. When in fact, yes, we do. I'm asking you, how much of the world have you changed when we do struggle with idolatry? We struggle with idolatry in the context of we're going to put whatever we want to put first. We make a decision of what we worship first. If we want to make the decision that I'm going to go here and not go to somewhere that I'm obligated to, but I want to go here, then that's what I'm going to do. Forms of idolatry. We have messed around and we've made material things become idolatry to us, because we will be in a context of in the aspect of it's idolatry because we literally have a fit about it. Yesterday we were talking on the call with the Apostle yesterday morning about transition was the word that we were talking about. Now that's like one of my really like heavy subjects right there, like really deep subjects. I believe I was anointed to deal with transition. I really do. I don't know why, but I really do, because that's like one of my things. It was like one of the hardest things for me to learn to deal with when the Lord was, like teaching and grooming me about transition. And so what I come to realize, and I was sharing with them yesterday, is I'm like this right here. I'm this type person. I don't really allow myself to get caught up on nothing and nobody. I enjoy it while I have it, and I'm very grateful for it now. I'm not going to mistreat it. I'm very grateful for it, but I don't allow myself to get caught up in it. And I don't allow myself to get caught up in it because I realize that things come and things go. And I'm so afraid that if I allow myself to get caught up in it or allow myself to idolize it, that when it has to go, guess what's going to happen to me? I'm going to go too. I'm going to be running around here depressed. You understand? About to lose my mind. And just as sure as God gave me that, He could give me something else. But if I'm a person caught up in idolatry, then I'm not going to know how to shift. And that is one way that you can tell people that are caught up in idolatry. They have a hard time shifting. You hear me? When I transition transition don't work for them. It don't, because whatever they do, they stuck in it. They act like that's the end of it. This is the only thing we gonna ever have. This is the only thing we gonna ever be able to do. It ain't gonna get no better than this, or what have you. They get stuck right there. Now I do know that there are places where you do. People have jobs they've had for years. That kind of stuff. I understand. I get the concept of that, but I don't even get caught up in that, because that thing can close down. And boom, you got to be somewhere else, or whatever the case may be. So I keep myself open for whatever it is that God wants to do, and it keeps me out of a place of idolatry. I look at everything that I have, everything that I do, and I tell God thank you for it. I tell God thank you for this building right here. There has been it's got very good bones, and it is very important. It's the first time that an African American female has done this right here. So then there is significance of the matter of it being here. But guess what? I can't get caught up in it, because if the Lord was to say, listen, I got something else for y'all and I want y'all to go, then we need to saddle up the ass and go. But if we idolize it and we are stuck, then we won't move. And you can literally tell people that struggle with idolatry. It's not, a lot of times we mistake it as fear. We'll think that that's fear. People that, they scared that that's fear. It's not really fear, it's idolatry. They can look alike if you don't watch it. Because fear paralyzes, but idolatry do too. Idolatry do too. If it's fear, then what you will hear out of them is I will let it go, but I don't know maybe how, but but I will. It's a part of them that will do it or want to do it, but maybe don't know how. But when it's idolatry, they ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna move. They ain't gonna move when it's idolatry. Because this is what I worship, point blank, period. This is what I look at. This is what I see. I'm not moving, point blank, period, when it's idolatry. So you can tell. So one of the works of the flesh or the ways of the world is idolatry. Idolatry. So I'm talking to a guy the other day, and he says this. He on the phone with me. He goes to the bank, right? And he has to get some money out the bank. And when he got finished doing what he was doing, he said, "Man, I hate to get my money." I said, "What do you mean?" "I hate to get my money. I just, I'd rather just see it sit right there." I said, "Okay, I can get that." I said, "But let me say this right here to you. What good is it gonna do you when you die?" He said, "Well, I was gonna see about having them to cut a check and put it in the camera." Yeah. Yeah. I said, but seriously, I said, for real. I said, now, I have a concept of, I do believe you need to, you know what I'm saying? When I leave, there's going to be something that's going to be left. Because I do believe, there's nothing wrong with putting something up. I said, but you got to know now that why would you not want to live if it's been made available to you? I want somebody to answer me that one. Why wouldn't you want to live if it's been made available to you? Do you not know how much there is a whole freaking world out here? There are so many places out here and so much stuff to do. So many things that you could do in life versus just staying in a little old little off Alabama, and only going to Andalusia and going to Enterprise. Not ever stepped on foreign soil to see how beautiful the world is and to see those crystal clear waters that I saw when I was in the Bahamas and was blown away. Because those waters were actually so pretty, you literally can see the bottom of it. I said, do you not realize, let me say this to you. I said, hey, listen, if the Lord made it available for you to be able to have, it was because he wanted you to enjoy it. What is you doing? You gonna leave it for them folk, for them children to just run through it, because that's what's gonna happen. I said, I'll come tell you about it when they burn it off. Because they're gonna burn it off. Because they're not gonna enjoy it at the rate of what you did. They're not going to use it for what you did. See, you got to understand what you are doing. Everything has a spirit or an attitude. I told y'all the world is a system. Everything has a spirit or an attitude behind it. Everything that we do. So that's coming from a particular attitude. I said, man, you may need to really search deep down within yourself and see where that come from. Because just maybe, did they hold anything back from you when you were growing up? Did you ever have somebody to not give you something and you made the decision that from now on you gonna get it or whatever the case may be and ain't nobody gonna keep nothing from you no more? I said, that's an attitude that you are taking. And that attitude is literally crippling you, to be honest. It's hurting you. Because it's now through you in a realm of idolatry. And I seen all that just from hearing him on the phone. It's through you into a realm of idolatry. It's literally got you where you can't even enjoy what it was given to you for. Now, it's one thing to not be able to do something if you ain't got it to do. But it's another thing when you make a decision to not do when it's accessible for you to do. Okay, make it plain. Pastor Lee, I will. Okay, God, I need you to heal my body. My body. My body. I'm sick. I'm sick. I need you to heal. I know God needs you. I'm sick. I'm just so sick. I'm just so sick. You got a hospital sitting right there with people that have literally trained themselves to work on the body. But you don't get up and go. That's the same as God blessing you with something and you don't use it. If God blesses and gives you the ability to be able to do something, on every job, they at least give people 1 week a year to do what is called vacation, right? So, therefore, when you see people that literally won't take this time, it's something to that. It's something to that, y'all. I'm serious. It's something to that. The body has to have this time of rejuvenation. Whether we want it to or not, it has to. I don't like being sick. I hate it. I think that's the number one thing on my list I hate. I don't like being sick because I don't like the way it feels. But I had to tell myself, if you don't do the things that you need to do and keep running that machine like that and don't let it rest, then you're going to have no other choice but to be sick. Do your machine right, Delphine. That way you can avoid the sickness. Handle your machine like you're supposed to. Okay, all right. So the body has to have the rejuvenation. So what happens is man gives the time. Check it out now. Man gives the time, the employer or whatever gives the time, says, okay, we got one year starting off, 1 week out of the year, paid vacation. Listen to the word they use. Paid vacation, right? So if it's paid vacation, then this is the paid time that I need to rejuvenate myself to come out of that environment. To come out of that environment. To take a mental rest from it. To come out of that environment. You have people, because I know, I'm talking to the guy the other day. I said, how much vacation you get? I get 4 weeks out of the year. I said, do you take them? Well, I put in for a week. This is what he said. He said, I put in for a week, but I'll go to work and work 2 or 3 days out of that week. Just so I can accrue, because I get, for every 8 hours I work, I get an hour. So then I put in so I can accrue, to get my time. I said, I want you to really look at you, even as far as like relationship. Where are you, even as far as like relationship? You don't even really have a relationship. You got somebody that you call your lady. She hardly ever gets to see you. If he's giving it to you, why don't you use it? It's idolatry. What do y'all think is being idolized? What do you think that he's idolizing? Say money? Okay, somebody say money. Anything else? What do you think? The job. Anybody else? What do you think that he's idolizing? Money and the job. That's part true. But check this out. We can bring ourselves into idolatry by a word called not. I'm not going to be like that. And it's all because of